Hello, today we're going to learn about place value. In this picture, it says, think of place values as houses in a neighborhood. Notice here in this house right here, we have ones, tens, hundreds. In this house, we also have 1, 10, 100, but except this time my label is thousands. Then I have 1, 10, 100, and then my label is millions as well. It might help you to use these houses when you're identifying and explaining large numbers. Today, this video is going to focus on numbers up to the millions place. And notice each place value in the house has its own room. So like each digit has its own room, has its own label. And we can use this place value chart today to help us with the activities. We also have this one as well, and again, notice we're going from right to left. The farthest digit to the right represents our ones, and that means the value is just 8 here. Even though the digit is 8, my value is also 8 because it's in my ones place. Here I have a digit in my tens place, which is a 9, so the value would be 90. Here I have my digit in my hundreds. Now notice here the digit's a 7, so the value would be 700. Here my digit is in my thousands place, and it is a 4. The value would be 4,000. Here I actually have my 10,000s place. The digit's a 6, so it would be 60,000. And here I have my 100,000s place with a digit 5, giving me 500,000. And here I have my digit 1 in the millions place, giving me a value of 1 million. Now, when we put this together, we have 1 million, which came from this house, 564,000. And again, notice my label here was thousands. 798. Now let's read that one more time. 1,564,798. Now notice where I put my commas was every 3 digits from right to left. And when I say thousands, that's that key word that I need to include that comma. And including those commas in my numbers helps me when I'm reading these numbers. Now here's another place value chart that in fact I do want to use today to help me with this. And notice again I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then my millions. And I'm going to use this today to help me in making sure I have my digits in the correct order. In this problem here it says what is the value of the 3 in the number 65,132? Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place that number here on my place value chart. So in my ones place I have a 2, in my tens place I have a 3, in my hundreds I have a 1, my thousands I have a 5, and my 10,000s I have a 6. So I have 65,132. And I identify my 3, which happens to be in my tens place. So the value would be 30. And I get 30 because I know I'm in my tens place. So I'm going to count by 10. 10, 20, 30. But I stop at 30 because the digit is a 3. If the digit was a 5, I would continue counting 40, 50. And I would say my value was 50. However, my digit here is a 3. Therefore, the value is 30. So we'll put 30 right here. Now in this next problem it asks me again, what is the value of the 1 in the number 687,139? Now again, I'm going to place my number here so it helps me easily identify where the digit 1 is located. Now I notice here in this number, my digit 1 is right here, and that's in the hundreds place. And then if I want to find the value, I know that the value of the digit 1 that's in the hundreds place would just be 100. Now I can start counting by 100, 100, 200, 300, 400, but I don't need to continue counting past 100 because the digit is a 1. Here it says write each number in standard form. Here I have 83,640. So to write my number in standard form, I'm going to use my place value chart again. I hear 83,000. So that's telling me right here 83,000 is going to go here in my 10,000s and thousands place. And there's my comma. And notice that first comma is always going to go right after the digit in my thousands place. Then I have 640. So all I'm going to do is write 640. Now notice I like to break this into two parts. So I have one part here, one part here. If it helps you to read them both separately when you're writing the number in standard form and then combining it all together, that's fine as well. So here again, I have 83,640. This is standard form, while this is word form. Here again, I have 70,014. Now I'm going to break this into two parts as well, just like I said in the previous problem. So I have 70,000. So here's part one, the digits before my comma. But after my comma, I just have 14. So I'm going to write just 14. But I notice here in my hundreds place, I have a missing space. And I need to fill that with something. So I can see here that I have no digit in my hundreds, but I still need to represent that with a 0 to show that I don't have a digit in my hundreds place. I have no value there, and that's fine. But when we're writing my number in standard form, it's important I still include the 0 in my hundreds place, giving me a number of 70,014. Notice this is standard form, this was word form. In this problem here, it says in 58,742, the digit 4 is in the blank place. Now I could select ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. And what I love about this problem is my answers are actually going in order. So I know here I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. And I notice my 4 is right here. So then if I count one more time, ones, tens, that's telling me that the digit 4 is in the tens place. Now, I hope that you paused the video previously to write down this place value chart. You may want that for today's problems, and if not, you will see it again on the next slide, and I highly recommend you do that. In this problem here, it says fill in the blank. Now, notice this number is not in standard form, it's not in word form. Instead, this number is given to us in expanded form, and we need to determine how to write this in standard form. Now, expanded form is pretty cool. In fact, it takes that original number written in standard form and tears it apart, taking each digit and finding the value of each digit and separating it. But what's great is notice there's an addition sign between each of those values. And when you add all those values together, it creates that original number. Now here we see that we have 200,000. That's telling me the value of the digit in my 100,000s place is 2. So I need to find the 100,000s place, and I'm going to write my digit 2. Then I have 4,000. And I notice here 4,000. I need to find the thousands place. And that's telling me the value is 4,000. That means that digit in my thousands place is 4. Now here I have my hundreds place. I notice here I have 800 is the value of the digit in my hundreds place. So that digit is an 8. Now I have 90. The value of the digit in my tens place is 90. So that digit is 9. And now I just have ones and 1 in my ones place. Now again, notice my 10,000s place had nothing there. So I still am going to represent that with a 0, even though there's no value. And this is going to give me the final number written in standard form as 204,891. And notice when you add all of these numbers together, it creates this number. Here is another example of a number written in standard form and expanded form. Our goal is to fill in the missing blank. We have the number 790,258. Now I'm first going to just write this on my place value chart just to help me with this problem and fill in that missing blank. And I'm going to check off everything that I have. Now I notice I have my 8, which is my ones place. 50 was telling me the value of the digit in my tens place is 50. We have the digit 2 telling me the value of the digit in my hundreds place is 200. Now I have 90,000, which is telling me that's the value of the digit 9 in my 10,000s place. Now 0, I don't need to write plus 0 because it's not going to change the problem at all. But I notice here I don't have anything in my 100,000s place representing that digit 7. So I'm going to figure out the value of the digit in my 100,000s place would be 700,000. Now that digit 7 is telling me that my value is going to be 700,000 of the digit 7 in my 100,000s place. Now again, I can count 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and go all the way up to 700,000. But then I'm going to stop there because that's my answer. And I stop there because here my digit's 7. I don't need to continue counting. So notice here, this is standard form, this is expanded form. During today's activities, you are going to be recalling information from place value and practicing representing numbers up until the millions place in standard form, expanded form, and word form. My recommendation to you is to write this place value chart on a scrap piece of paper so you can use it for today's activities. As always, feel free to refer back to this video at any time.